Hi all, welcome to Salesforce in 5 minutes. In this video, we are going to understand what do we mean by opt-in in digital engagement. But before getting started, if you really like my videos, I request you to please subscribe to this channel. So let's understand what exactly opt-in means in digital engagement. So let's consider that let's say you are running a store. Let's say you are running a big company, or let's say you are running a footwear shop, right? And I am your customer, and now you have few new offers, but in India it is not valid in India, but in another country it is valid. Okay, so this scenario is usually valid. So a footwear store, let's say I have bought something from you. Let's say I have bought some shoe from you, or something from you. Okay, now you have my phone number, but you do not have my consent to send the SMSs, okay, or send the messages to me. So you as a business owner cannot send me any kind of message unless and until you have consent from me. If you do not have consent from me, you just cannot send me the message. That's what digital engagement follows as well. Unless and until the customer from the end has not given any kind of consent, your Salesforce org that is using digital engagement cannot send the messages to the end user. That's what it is. So let's consider your store S, let's name it as S, and let's name C as your customer. Okay, you cannot send the message, okay, to the end customer unless and until you don't have the consent. Okay, if customer gives you consent, only then you can go ahead and send the messages. Now basically, if you want to send the messages about your offers or about any kind of services that you have newly opened up, okay, so if you want to do that, first you need to have the consent from the end user. Now, one of the most easiest way to get the consent as per as the digital engagement is that if customer sends you the message first times, or let's say this way, right? I think so. Let's say this way. Okay. So this means if customer sends you the message for the first times, you have received the consent. Okay. If customer sends you the message for the first time, this means customer has given you the consent to send the message further. Okay, now after that you can track down or start the conversation with the customer and get things done. Okay, so I will show you in the real time how it works. So this is a messaging user. This is the name of the messaging user. Okay, this is a messaging user automatically created. Now if you see, he is initially opted out. This means I, as a Salesforce org using digital engagement, cannot send messages to this user if I want to send the messages to this end user. Because if you see, I just don't have option, right? I just don't have, it's disabled. I can send using new conversation over here, but right now, see, there is no option for me to send the SMSs. So how do I send the SMS to the end user? Unless and until you don't have the consent to send the messages, you just cannot. So to get the consent, first he has to send the SMS to you. Okay, right now as you can see, the status is opted out. So I'll just make myself available on omnichannel so that I can receive the messages, and I am going to message from the WhatsApp over here. So now as soon as I accept the work, if you see, the status of the messaging user is implicitly opted in. So this means now my end user will be able to send the messages as per as the need. Okay, now my digital engagement user will be able to send the messages to the customers because my chat has been enabled, because the end user has given me the consent to send the messages. The consent means basically he has allowed me, or he has sent the first message itself. So this is what the consent in digital engagement is, and it's very important to understand, because if you want to set the automated messages, you have, or not using the normal automated messages but using flows, you have to take these things into the considerations. So if you found this video helpful regarding the consents or in digital engagement, please subscribe to this channel.